Yo, what's up with it, y'all? It's JD and I'm back with another quick video. In today's video, I want to kind of make a PSA, public service announcement. And that's that we should be focused on being as healthy as possible and being as happy as possible. So if we could focus on these two things, it'll make our lives a lot more simple. So healthy and happy is the theme of the day for me. And I was just thinking about this because me and one of my homeboys, we was going back and forth on text last night. And I would just had hit him up and just asked him how he was doing out there in California. And he had hit me back and was like, man, I don't even really want to talk about California. He was like, man, what's Brazil like? How's the beach like? And we just kind of got into a conversation about, how things are out here and, how simple things are out here, the low cost of living, how I'm not even like remotely thinking in terms of like materialism or, a lot of the superficialities that, we're accustomed to dealing with back home. And, my boy was just like, man, beach life is where it's at. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about none of that stuff. You don't got to worry about being fly. You don't got to worry about spending money. And that's really true because ever since I've been in Salvador, honestly, even when I was in Rio, on weekdays when I'm like kind of focusing on the grind, I'm spending anywhere probably just between like $5 to $15 per day. And on weekends, I really don't watch my spending too much, but you're still really not spending that much money, even if you're spending a lot of money. But, one thing that I really wanted to speak on is just really being a slave to consumerism and how when you get into that consumer mindset, when you get into that materialistic mindset, it really does put you into that kind of like that slave mode because, the more things that you have and the more things that you want, the more that you have to work, the more that you have to get plugged into the system. People want to get that brand new Benz and they're going to have to work overtime, or if you want to, go on this extravagant vacation where you got everything, 5-star this and 5-star that, you're going to have to pay for that. All these things come with a price tag. And what exactly are you doing to make money? Now, if you got a super successful business or you love what you do for a living, I'm not necessarily talking about you, but I'm more so just talking about the incessant need to have more and more and more. I personally think that we should all be trying to live as minimalistic as possible because when it comes down to it, the things that really make us happy don't cost money. You know what I mean? The simple pleasures that we have in life are the things that make life worth living. And for me, my simple pleasures are maybe coming out to the beach, going and getting my workouts in, editing my videos, doing the things that I'm passionate about. And I was thinking about that as well in terms of doing the things that we're passionate about. So for me, when I'm working out or even when I'm editing videos or even when I'm, putting together things for my clients, a lot of times I get into a flow state where I just kind of stop thinking and I'm just in the mode and I'm just doing it. You know what I mean? And, you get into a zone like that, that's where your true happiness is. And, that's where time kind of just goes to the wayside. Another time when I feel like I'm really happy is when I'm out enjoying nature. I'm just doing something simple like chilling on the beach. And I'm going to show you guys the beach I'm at right now out in Salvador. And I believe this beach is called Barra del Faro or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what the name of this beach is. I'll put it in the description. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to make that quick little PSA. Simplify your life. I'm a firm believer in living as minimalistic as realistically possible. You don't necessarily need to be somebody who doesn't own anything or, doesn't like nice things. I'm not necessarily for that. I think that, if we do decide to buy something of material substance, then why not get something quality? Why not get something that's gonna last? I'm not necessarily saying it's bad to have nice things or it's bad to, have certain things that you're into. Some people are really into cars, some people are really into sneakers, and more power to them if that's a passion of theirs. But as far as buying things to keep up with the Joneses or buying things because you feel like it's going to give you status or buying things to try to impress other people, that's when we get into that kind of consumer slave mentality. And that's not even necessary. We're not even buying these things for ourselves. We're buying these things for other people. So try to tap in and figure out what are the little things that make you happy in life. Is it fitness? Is it, you know, cooking? Is it going to the beach? Is it, you know, getting grounded, getting into nature, going on hikes? What is it? You know, it could be going out and, you know, getting some sweets and a coffee. Honestly, that's actually one of the things that actually I get some, that's one of my simple pleasures. I love sweets, and I love having some sweets with some coffee, and I really enjoy it. I love going to cafes that have good pastries, and go to a cafe that has some good coffee, and just enjoy myself and chill. And if I can enjoy that with somebody else, it makes the experience even better. But, you know, stop trying to do everything for everybody else, and just focus on the things that make you happy and make you fulfilled. And, you know, the people that you love, helping them out, you know, that's something else that's gonna help make you fulfilled. And those are the real important people in your life, maybe those family members or close friends. But anyways, guys, other than that, you don't want to be kind of overly obsessing about what other people think. And actually, before I shut this video off, I actually want to touch on one more thing, and it's, you know, buying things strictly to impress other people. And I think a lot of times we get caught up in these name brands, and that's one of the biggest traps when it comes down to materialism and being a materialistic slave or consumer slave or whatever you want to call it. And when it comes down to these name brands, it's like a lot of times people don't even really care for the actual product, or they might not even think the product is that fly. It's just the simple fact that it's because it's a certain brand. That's the reason why they buy it. And they don't necessarily trip off the fact that they could probably get the same thing for a cheaper price, or something that's even flyer than what they got for a cheaper price. They're just simply so obsessed with worrying about what other people think about it, that, you know, they're gonna trip off of, you know, whatever the name brand is. Like, man, ever since I've been in Brazil, man, I've been buying all types of shit that I don't even know what the brand is. I bought these slippers right here, and, you know, I don't know what brand these are, but they're comfortable, and, you know, I think they're kind of stylish for, you know, just some beach slippers. So for me, that's something I'm doing. And then one more thing I want to chop it up about in this video, just because I was actually going to make a video speaking on this in general, but I'll probably just add it on to this, is that we can't because this kind of has something to do with the video to a certain extent, we can't let the external affect what's going on within us so much that, you know, the outside world has the control to make us miserable, or to affect our mood, or to affect our energy so much. I was chopping it up with somebody else, and they were talking about, oh yeah, I don't like it here because the energy is off. And for me, you know, I'm just somebody of the belief that I feel like we generate our own energy, and we're responsible for our own happiness, and we're responsible for, you know, putting ourselves in a certain mode. No matter what's going on around you, the outside world shouldn't have that much control over your happiness, over your mood, over your energy levels. And granted, I understand that, you know, the outside world does play a part in terms of our energy, you know, our ability to focus, you know, so on and so forth. But I like to bring this up as an example. One of my homeboys, my best friend G, he did, you know, 2.5 years in prison. And he went through a transformative process while he was in prison. And I think prison is probably one of the most negative environments that you can actually be in terms of just the type of people you're around, in terms of the physical space that you're in. And if people can go into prison, transform themselves, you know, cultivate positive energy to learn, cultivate positive energy to better themselves spiritually, mentally, then, you know, for those of us who are hanging out on beautiful beaches out in Brazil, or those of us who are, you know, making $100,000 a year doing whatever job, or for those of us, you know, living in, you know, in abundance and having everything that we need in life, you know, we should be able to cultivate positive energy as well. But anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. I just wanted to chop it up about those subjects. Hope everybody's having a great day out there. I'll holler at you guys later. Peace.